Hey guys, we're back. I'm gonna start. Take that. No, you start.
Got me off guard there, okay. Hey guys.
Actually, no, trick you. We are starting. So, what did you think of the Aussie fragrances?
You know, I don't know, it just made me, I was pretty happy about like, you know, seeing some Aussie perfumes, only because like, you know, when you think of niche perfumes, you think of the Italian ones or like, I don't know, just the ones that would be more popular. And it's just good to see, I think, putting Aussies on the map, I guess, in the niche perfume world. And it's just, I don't know, it just makes me happy, I guess.
You know, the other thing about it too is that it gives you an idea. Did you know that there were niche fragrance houses in Australia?
To be honest, I could probably guess they would be, but they wouldn't be very famous, or to be honest, I probably wouldn't even touch them, to be honest. I wouldn't even think about them. Which is pretty bad of me because I'm Australian, to be honest. But, you know, it's like, after smelling them, you know, they actually can compete with these like Italian ones, which have had like hundreds of years of history and, you know, with all these salts and, you know, and these only been for around, these Aussie ones have been for like 10 years. So it's great to see like, that they can compete with each other.
Correct. They're actually really, you can put them up against some of the older fragrance houses.
Dogs.
Yeah, and they will stack up. They actually
Coming after you, Clive Christian.
Might not compete against Clive Christian because that's at another level. So earlier on, because you loved
Terrible Teddy. I knew you were going to say. I could tell from the box. I already know what's going to happen here.
So we're back. We're coming out with. I thought, you know what? Let's give you one of his companions, okay? And this guy here is Roaring Radcliff. So I love the portrait. So this is the portrait range from.
Yeah, I love these boxes with all the painting. You know, it's really different.
And there's the bottle.
I think it'd be cool as if we had the whole collection with all of them and just had all the different animals there.
So this guy here is for 300. Was it 300? It'll be in the thing. But yeah.
You know this kind of reminds me of? It's kind of off topic. Kind of reminds me of Anchorman with the guy when he brings out the panther one.
That's right. The musk or the collection of
musk.
Reminds
me of. I don't know. These ones just remind me of those.
Right.
But they smell a lot better.
Yeah. This one doesn't have musk. All right. All right. So it's interesting that you perceive that this one here is going to be a strong, powerful smell to compete against Terrible Teddy.
Well, it's a lion,
It's a lion, yeah, Roaring Radcliff. So, you know, you think of the lion, you think that he's the king of the jungle. But tell me what you think of that. Did it surprise you? I love your face. You're not that impressed.
I got this licorice smell.
This is different, isn't it?
It did catch me off guard because I was expecting something like pretty overwhelming. Okay, I'm not going to say that again. Yeah. I mean, something that's pretty, very strong. Yeah. Very strong to say.
But I can smell it already. What would you categorize it as? What would you put it?
It's like a sweet smell.
Right.
100% sweet smell.
Right. So this actually falls into a category, even though there's, you know, you categorize there's different families like woody and mossy woods and what else have we done?
Spicy?
Spice, so the oriental, soft oriental, floral, these are all categories.
This is my first like sweet smell.
So this is a gourmande. Gourmande basically means very sweet, dessert-like. So the opening notes are actually, so it starts off, and this is where I think, because different places that I read, and also the things that I smell on that, it starts off, in my opinion, very honey-like.
Honey.
So it has a very sweet opening note.
Yeah, but I feel like licorice and honey it's a very similar smell.
Maybe what you're thinking, because it also has ginger in it. The other thing that it has in here is that it has spices. So in the base notes, so it starts off. So normally, so far we've done fragrances that start off very fresh, so very citrus. In this one here, the actual fact is that it actually starts off with a ginger and a cinnamon.
Yeah.
So it already is starting with sometimes what normally is used as a heart or base note. Okay.
Yeah.
So ginger and cinnamon are the early notes. Then in the heart of it is honey, rum. It has like a rum
kind of smell.
Right. Okay.
Because it's not when I'm saying like sweet, I'm not saying like lollies or like It's like the spices in there to give that almost that like it's a perfume smell. It's not.
Correct. It's a fragrance. Yeah.
it's not heat.
And then in the base note, there's tobacco.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, but sometimes tobacco can be very very earthy and a little bit overpowering sometimes. Oh no, that word overpowering. We need to use a different word. We'll find a different word. But it also has vanilla. So this whole fragrance. So think of it: honey, cinnamon, rum. The ginger gives. There's no licorice in there, man. There's no licorice in there. Vanilla. All of these are very gourmand.
Yeah.
Very. But okay. So how would you categorize that? Would you, if you're going out on a first date, would that be a first date fragrance or?
You know, you could use it for a first date. So. It's that sweet smell.
I reckon you'd leave a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Because it really is. It's a very. Think about when you're baking. If you bake a cake or some kind of treat, something like that, and there's that wonderful aroma that comes out. Yeah. You know, with cookies or whatever.
It's a very pleasant smell.
Yeah.
You'll like the smell a lot.
So it is a very gourmand fragrance. So it is a very sweet fragrance. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily, even though you may think that it's a very manly smell.
The name. Don't worry about the name or even the image of the line. It puts you off straight away.
This has come to be where Terrible Teddy. It sort of leans more towards male, more masculine smell. Roaring Radcliff, easily a female fragrance, no problem at all. But on a man, I enjoy wearing it. It's a very sexy smell. It's a nice going out fragrance. Yeah. It's a nice cold day fragrance. So that's Roaring Radcliff. One thing that we haven't done are French fragrances. Yeah. And the French are actually known, normally when you think of a good perfume.
Yeah, you think of French, for sure. Yeah. The language of love. But no, the city of love. My bad. That's wrong.
No, but it is, actually, tell me, fragrances is definitely the language of love.
Yeah, for sure.
A good fragrance, I mean, anyway.
Smells is a very key thing in these things.
So the French actually were the guys that were at the forefront when it comes to creating perfume, okay? Yeah. And it really was started by the royal court. So I think it was King Louis fifth, sixth, one of those dudes, really liked fragrance, okay? Yeah. And so as a result, the perfumery as an industry grew in France more so than anything else. And then obviously the rest of the world sort of caught up when they realized that there's obviously money to be made. So this one here, the owner of this brand, I was going to tell you this one, but we're done with that. Penhaligon's, that's done. The owner of this brand, his name is Francis Cujon.
Okay.
And Francis Cujon is also a new house. He is considered as a very good perfumer, so he's a very good nose in the industry. He created a fragrance called Le Male, and it was.
So is this guy very well known?
He is correct. Well, the funny thing is that he was basically a perfumer for hire. So if you were
so he was like a free agent.
Yeah, right. He would create fragrances for other companies, and then finally he realized, you know what, I'm not enjoying doing all this stuff, and he was
himself, and
so he did it for himself. And so this is one of his, so he's got a really good range. He's got a beautiful range of fragrances. Yeah. This one here is just wonderful. This one here, my wife loves. When I'm wearing this, I get a lot of oohs and ahs.
It's got a similar symbol to Calvin Klein almost. All right. That's one with the K. That's probably why.
Well, it's Cujon, Francis Cujon. It's like two Ks together.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, sorry, I was going to say.
Okay. This one's a pretty strong one. Okay, I'm going to just go straight up. I think it's in between. We've got fresh and we've got spice. And I think it's right in between those two.
This guy is getting good. This guy is getting really good at this. Yeah. Aromatic.
It's because they've got a great teacher here.
That's why. Aromatic. So this falls into so where this was gourmand, very sort of sexy and dessert, and you'd almost want to, be smelling your skin constantly.
That's true.
This one here is very fresh and aromatic, and it makes you. This one here makes you feel happy. This one here gives you, in my opinion. This is a great one if you're going for a job interview or if you're going to do something that you really need a little boost of confidence. This one gives you a spring in your step. Smell that. I love this fragrance. And again, when I wear this, my wife, she's like, she can smell this a mile away. When I'm wearing this, she picks up the scent. And this has really good sillage. This it projects beautifully.
Yeah, I can tell it does that too.
Can you pick up those opening notes? Can you, do you know what? It's probably settled down a little bit now.
I know what the smell is, but I don't know what, like.
It's a little bit spicy, do you think?
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's like still that fresh, and it's in between spice and fresh. So it's not really spicy.
Right. So the opening notes are, now I forgot, no, there it is. The opening notes are juniper berries. Yeah. So think of what they use to make gin. So it has that sort of very fresh, sort of effervescent, not effervescent, very fresh.
Never had gin, I never.
Good boy, you're a good boy. So it has juniper berries, starts off with that. Then it actually also uses nutmeg, so that creates the spice.
Yeah.
And then in the heart is coriander.
Yeah, I can smell like coriander for
right.
sure.
Okay, yeah, so that sort of that fresh, fragrant sort of smell. And then in the base notes, it goes into, from memory, it goes into vanillas, it goes into amber and woods. And wood sort of, it actually doesn't define what kind of woods. It just says woody notes. And so
I can smell woody notes.
Probably
that's why I think
sandalwood.
fresh kind of smell. So when I think of wood, I always smell fresh.
Skin. It's beautiful on the skin.
Yeah, this one.
And this one lasts forever. So this one here, I'll put on in the. Actually, the truth is, both are eau de parfum, and both will last forever. So I put this on in the morning.
Yeah.
And of an evening, I can still smell it on me. But this one here, I find that when because I normally wear this on a sunny, summery day.
Yeah.
And so when I find that I'm sweating, I get another burst of fragrance from this guy here. So quite nice.
Yeah. But especially for that one, it's in between that subtle smell and also the strong smell. So it's like that. It's like a nice in between. To be honest, it's like almost the perfect perfume.
So here's an interesting thing. So we talked about all fragrances are unisex, which they are, but Francis Cujon did something a little bit novel and different. This one's called Gentle Fluidity Silver, and he made a Gentle Fluidity Gold. Now the gold is more...
so which one's this?
This is silver.
Silver, okay.
And silver is designed more for a man. More masculine. So it has those base notes, the woody notes and things of that nature. Whereas for the female, if I'm not mistaken, the ingredients are all the same. So it starts off with juniper berries, then it goes into the coriander and the nutmeg and things like that. But in the base notes, it becomes a bit more floral.
Yeah, okay.
And so the idea is that you have husband and wife, well, not us two.
We're not husband
and wife. But husband and wife would have companionship smells. So the man could wear silver and the female would wear gold.
Yeah, okay.
Same ingredients, but just mixed in a different way to create a different scent. Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Because you'd think that, bing, bang, boom, you put it all inside and you make the same fragrance, but no.
He's made two specific ones for male and female.
Francis Cujon, excellent perfumer.
Yeah. So we have the male one right here. This is
correct.
the silver one.
Yep. So out of the two, what would you wear?
All right. To be honest, I love this one.
I had a feeling you were going to...
This is almost like the perfect perfume for me.
I'd like you to get into this stuff here.
But that's because I've never really had it. Like, this is the sweet smell is very new to me. I've never had anything that's just like a sweet smell.
Correct. Look, this is really unique. Honestly, if you want a unique fragrance, which has a complex is crazy. Yeah, complex. It's going all over the place. All these different fragrance and smell. But yeah, this one
probably not
down the road.
But honestly, I can respect that it's very good smell. Yeah. Like as in like, you can tell that. What are their names again? I forgot the name.
The portraits were Terrible Teddy.
Yeah. So Terrible Teddy and all these ones, they're very unique from each other. They're not all similar. So that was kind of my fault thinking the roaring, Radcliff is going to be another powerful manually smell. Right. Yeah. But I like what they've done here. It's all very unique smells.
All right, I want you to put this on because I'd like you to see how you wear it on your skin. Boom. I love the way you always do that. This big drama with...
Yeah, it's part tradition now.
Yeah, it's tradition now, it is. All right,
let's go with this again.
There you go. Beautiful smell. Beautiful smell.
This one I like a lot.
Yeah, beautiful smell. All right, so cost-wise, this one again is about $380 odd, I think, from memory. And I think this one here, it's 70 mils, so it's a little bit smaller. If I'm not mistaken, this one's 100. And this one here is 200 and something, $300 around about. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. And this will last you 8 hours comfortably.
Yeah, yeah. And this one should last for quite a long time also.
So there you have it. They're the two fragrances. What do you think overall? Do you like this? This overall?
Overall, this is my favorite. In my head, it's probably the most perfect perfume you can find. I'm really in love with this one. Wow. And this one is a very unique perfume. Right. You know, if you're looking for something very unique.
But you don't like it.
It's not my type. It's not my type.
It's all right. You're allowed to say it.
But I don't like. It's not. I don't like it. I like it, but it's not my type. Right. It's a nice smell. It's a very nice smell. And Penhaligon do a very good job making these unique perfumes.
I love the smell. All right, so hence why it's in my collection. All right, so I really, really love the smell. It is gourmand. If you're used to gourmands, this smell is awesome. Yeah. Absolutely awesome. Complex, goes all over the place, but I get it. It's not your.
Well, this is my first sweet smell ever, so maybe later on the road I might start liking these ones.
Okay. All right. Thanks everyone.
Peace.
Peace.